Hi there, Michael McQueen here. Just thought I would check in and give you, I guess, a bit of a preview of the sort of content that I'll be looking to focus on at next year's VASSP conference in August. I hope you're going to be there. My plenary session at the end of the first day will focus on how education has changed, but not just how it has changed, but how it is set to change in the coming few years. And if you're unfamiliar with my background, I've spent the last really 9 or 10 years tracking some of the key shifts and trends that have changed society, but particularly looking at the influence of these on education. And in my presentation, we'll be looking at particularly how students have changed. They're changing attitudes towards certainly education, but just life in general. Certainly they're changing attitudes, expectations of students in the way they relate to teachers. How the whole notion of respect has changed so profoundly. We'll be looking at how this generation learn, the digital learner, how the technology this group have been raised around has influenced their cognitive function and what that means for the way the classroom operates. So we'll focus on students, but we'll also look at the classroom itself, how it is changing. And we'll look at the role of technology in the classrooms of the future. But one of the key messages is this idea that technology, while it's a great tool, it is not necessarily the be-and-all strategy in engaging tomorrow's students. And hopefully that will be an encouraging message to bring to really emphasise the role of the teacher in the classrooms of the future. We'll also look at changes in parent attitudes. You know, right now you're dealing with Generation Y as students, but in secondary school settings you're going to be dealing with Generation Z in the next year or so, and they're different. They've been raised by Generation X, who are the helicopter parents. They're the group who've raised their kids in a way very different to how the baby boomers raised Gen Y. So we're going to look at the parents of the future, what that's going to mean for you as educational leaders and for your teaching teams as they interact with parents who have far greater expectations and in some cases unrealistic expectations on you as educators. So my goal, particularly in the plenary session, I'll be delivering a workshop as well looking at generational change, but my focus for the plenary session in particular is that you would leave with certainly insights into what's changing, but more importantly a series of tips and tools and strategies for you as leaders that you can take back to your teaching staff so you can be more effective, even more effective in the coming few years. So hope to see you there. We'll have a lot of fun.